Right, I'm gonna continue this, but my battery died as per usual. Core Aya. Um, and I don't want to turn on. I don't like lights, like artificial light. Really, I don't. Also, Core Aya. So yeah, who is worthy of your time, of your energy, of your attention, of your beauty, of your grace, of your smile? All of that is part of your chi. All of that is part of the electrical wiring within you. Energy in the human being is a battery, just like a battery pack. It's a limited source. You could use it up. It's doing certain things, saying certain things, living a certain way, eating certain things. Like, and mostly is your thoughts. Everything is a thought. Everything is an idea. Everything is light, right? And depending upon the quality behind the thoughts, um, is what energy spectrum you're going to be on. Okay? So if you're always focused on higher frequency and commanding that energy be in everything that you see, then your energy and your frequency is going to remain high, and you will only deal with the higher frequency energies. If you are not disciplined and you are talking to people who don't mean you well, taking and stealing and robbing you of your joy and your energy, you keep going back to get mollywopped energetically, and you're speaking negative, because if you're doing that, then you most likely are absorbing those negative thoughts, and you think those are your thoughts, but they're not. And then the quality of what you see is going to go down a little bit every day, unless you learn to recharge your batteries, which I have a section in the Patreon called "You Are the Living Workshop." With different modalities you can use to recharge your battery. You know what? I wanted to do some energetic protection stuff by the pyramids, and I didn't get a chance to do it. I wasn't thinking about it that day when I was at the Great Pyramid, because I thought that would have been cool to do like some protection energy, but I have to. I still need to do it though, because that's important. Um, Recharging your batteries, keeping your energy field to yourself, and protecting your energy field. All this stuff isn't hard to do. You just have to be consistent and not frantic about it, like not in fear, but just know it's kind of like a part of being a human until you don't have to do that stuff anymore. And your spirit team will tell you when that is, like when you get up into the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th dimension. I'm sure, maybe, I don't know, you have to ask them if they still are doing protection energy things. You know what? Actually, they do rituals up in the higher levels, and it's more about their Merkaba and all this, but that's another subject. Why is this important? Well, I've learned from personal experience. I before my car wreck, well, maybe even like a year before that. That's why I kind of have had times where I went away for months, because I didn't know how to not overgive, and I didn't know how really to replenish my energy. Um, for me now, not only do I spend more time replenishing my energy than I do giving it away. That's why, like, now being around all these people, it's not depleting me of my energy. Like, even if people are picking on me or whatever, it doesn't, like, it's like not, it's kind of like a gnat. When it used to really bother me, and I would have to really purge my energy, and like, I try not to be Jesus, keep me near the cross before I kick their ass, you know. Now I'm like, you eat that. You eat that because that energy is yours now. Like whatever you sent out to me, because I don't absorb it, because I'm not going to focus on it. Have fun. That's my attitude. Like have fun focusing on energies in this way, because whatever you focus on is what you're eating. It doesn't matter what you think about me. You're actually thinking it about yourself. Have fun as I continue to enjoy my life. Right? But anyway, so I qualify what it is, where I'm going, what I'm doing, who I want to do it, what type of energies I want to do it with, what I want my end result to be, and how I want to feel while I'm doing it. Okay? And so there's always a bit of maybe a bit of rejection that happens. This, not that. And so if it's not that, then I don't focus on it at all, because there's no need. Like, I have clients that I'm doing the personal alchemy program with. They're paying me thousands of dollars. I'm focusing on them. I'm focusing on their program. I'm thinking about them. Somebody leaves me comments or posts or email, I'll get to them when I can, if I have the energy. After I get finished doing everything that is more important to me, there's a list of hierarchy of importance, and depending upon, or people who show themselves not to want to be a real friend to themselves, because if you try to play me, you're really playing yourself, because you really want me on your team. Okay? or whatever. I mean, everybody has God consciousness within them, but I'm a real one. That's all I'm saying. You really want me on your team, though. If you're smart. If you're a smart. Okay? So those people don't get priority. We don't care about what those people think, what they want. They don't get to say. They don't get to take up space in your mind. You should drop them and then focus on your creative endeavors and stuff that you like. The type of energy I want to be in. Fun. I've been in a fog lately, which is perfect. I've been guided by just like, anytime I kind of am in a trance, in like a daydream mode, I know I'm about to manifest. Anytime I don't have control over where I'm at, what I'm doing, or whatever, I know I'm about, like, for instance, I was at the Alexandria Library yesterday, and I was looking for books by Sri Aurobindo, which is one of my favorite Indian philosophers or whatever. And I started moving into this daydream realm because I couldn't find it. So I just started wandering, and I'm like, I'm about to find it. I'm about to run into it. It didn't happen, but sometimes, most of the time, that does happen. I could have been, actually, they had his books I had to give them my passport in order to see his books. And so it wasn't, if they weren't, it was kind of like, if it was going to be somewhere, it was in the area I was in, like the philosophy, spirituality, awake, ascension, science type. And see, most people don't understand that that's the type of playfulness that makes your life real. Like being in a daydream, living your life in a daydream mode, wandering. I end up in places where I should be Not absent-mindedness, like I'm not aware of what's going on. But sometimes I let go. I let go of control. And I give up. And these are all alchemy hacks. Let go of control. Give up. Leave. Leave it alone. Hey, I can't find it. What's next? What else we got? What else is cooking? You know, and then boom, it'll be right, bow, right in your face. And you're like, oh, thank you. You stop looking, basically. Cause I'm getting into manifestation, which is one of my favorite things to talk about because, yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking about the quality of the energy. Like now, cause I used to feel like this pressure to make things happen with like, because I know I moved away from talking about astrology and all this, and I was in a fear scarcity mentality about it, and I was feeling like not in a fun. I wasn't having fun with my YouTube channel, but I didn't give up though. Or just with like my it's like I know I have bomb like content, like what I have to say, what the message is that's channeling through me and stuff. I know that is valuable, but I felt like kind of like annoyed at at the process of getting the message out and getting the viewership. And now I don't care. I only care about the energy, like how I feel. And I just want to have fun. So I let myself be in daydream mode. Like now I post and I forget about it. Like I'm not even like involved. It feels like I have like this airy distance around everything I do, because I'm like, I'll drop this video and in my mind I'm already like thinking about the next vocal bath I'm going to do on Instagram, because that's my intuition told me to start doing like vocal baths on Instagram. It's freestyle, it's a cappella, it's not polished. It feels good. It feels like playful, right? That's the type of energy I value, because that's where I want to end up. How you feel during a process is how you're going to feel at the end. So I could be in that like really forcey, controlling energy where I'm like trying to make things happen, and I'm looking at the algorithm and looking at YouTube instructions like how to make your business. That's not how my business grew the first time. It grew from how I feel right now. Just like me being natural and letting it go. Like I didn't even, like when I first started, my attitude was like, well, no one's watching this anyway, so I might as well say what I want to say. Like no one's ever going to see this, so what's it matter? Like my guys were like, start sharing on YouTube your knowledge, what you know. First of all, I was like, what do I know? And why does anyone care? Right? that's core. Don't be like me. You're supposed to be like, yes, and have fun with it. Because I'm like, anyway, I don't know who you guys are talking about, but you're not talking about me. Let me go back to doing what I was doing, like working my job. Like, what are you talking about? So anyway, so I would share, and I'm like, because they wouldn't stop bothering me. And I'm like, since y'all won't leave me alone, fine, okay? And I would post, and I didn't even care. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I look up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I say that was so? And I would look back at the video and be like, oh, I'm in my zone. And that's honestly how I kind of mirrored myself and gave myself validation by looking back at my videos. I'm like, oh, that's my energy. I have beautiful energy, because I didn't know. I never got that validation growing up as a kid. Like, nobody ever told me, like, that. Well, people at church did. Like, when I would sing on Sundays, they would give me lots of feedback about like how healing my energy was, but I didn't get validation from my mom. That's what I mean. It's not that I never got any validation from anywhere. I got lots of validation. I got validation from people at school, people at church, people at work, people on the bus, everywhere in society. I was on the radio when I was a kid, but my mom, she'll go down in flames before she that's not true. In private, when she's like, you know how narcissistic people, they'll start self-loathing, and then they apologize profusely in a dark corner, in an email, in a letter, and they'll like, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry. And you're like, what the fuck was that? Right? Because tomorrow they're going to go back to doing the same BS. Anyway. Sorry. I should have never. Anyway, I'm being silly now. Core ajaaya. That's all I have to. Oh, I want to do a reading. Let's do it. You know why? Because I know ain't nobody like me. And y'all don't mind spending this time with me. Those of y'all who want to spend time with me, let's spend time. How to know if somebody is worthy of your time, energy, your love. How to know if somebody is worthy. You see the cards that not shuffle. What's in the middle? Your crown chakra. Crown chakra activation. And then victory reversed. What's that? Oneness energy. Connection to the divine. So you're a naturally successful, victorious person. Like, because you spend time in the upper realms naturally, you vibe at that oneness energy. That's where you feel at home, because that is home for your soul. When people are around you and they are in scarcity mindset, I would say, like talking about themselves, even like they're lacking something, like they're not enough, like life isn't enough, and they're not, and they're speaking about themselves like they can't do something that they want to do. And this is like, to most people, a normal way of thinking. Is like normal human behavior. I keep seeing the Two of Cups energy, the heart chakra energy. This is a norm. And so how you talk, my fairy, I love it. Like you're like a mystic, and you're like, I love God. Everything works out for me. I'm lucky, because it's true, right? And they're like, ugh. Anyway, so like, do you ever go through anything? Like, does like anything bad ever happen to you? Like, people will fish around for that magic of the divine. Yeah, crown chakra activation, magic of the divine here. magic of the divine for you, right? This is the energy you like to be in. So your spirit team is basically saying, switch your friends. Like, only hang out and consider people your friend if they're on the same time. Like, they're talking about the magic of God, the magic of life. And that's not bragging. That's reality. Other people think that they're talking about reality when they're talking about how not happy they are and how poor they are, how poor them. You should, like, I don't know, like, they can't find what they're looking for. They can't do what they want to do. They feel stuck. Those aren't your friends, because those people don't know how to be a friend to themselves. Don't worry about feeling left out. You're not missing anything. Like, if a bunch of people is hanging out talking in a way that's not victorious, why do you want to be involved? Like, spirit realm wants you to start asking, like, why do you, if you're better off sitting by yourself, recharging your own batteries, beautifying your own energy, saying beautiful things to yourself, daydreaming, joining Aya's Patreon, daydreaming, journaling, crafting, doing a mood board, making your mood board. How do you want things to feel? Remembering how things felt when you felt your best. Like, all of that. Like, yeah, stop feeling like you're missing out and like people are leaving you out. That's what needs to heal within you, like that feeling of separation. Because that's what's being triggered. The times in your life where you felt separated from God, separated from Source. Tangier, reverse. I went there this year. I wonder why I made this card, because this was one of my destinations I wanted to go to. January, there, okay? That's where I was, okay? And for 3 months, you can't run from love. You can't run from love. And Daughters of Isis reversed. Daughters of Isis is one of the groups that I started. No one has showed up yet, but you will. See you there. Tangier reverse. You can't run from love. Daughters of Isis. Oh, okay. So, you're here in the middle. This is a witch that's come back. And she is haunting the hell out of everyone that dogged her out in past lives, okay? And she has come back even more on fire with even more power. No one can stop her. No one can stop her light. No one can stop her from ascending. No one can stop her magic. And she's just kind of insane with love and fire and ablaze with life force energy. And then around you, you have people who, Tangier reverse, this is about visualization, focusing in that window of daydreaming on what you want, right? And then Daughters of Isis reverse. Don't let people because the Daughters of Isis reverse, if it's reversed, it can mean a few things depending on the reading. But in this reading, it's about basically people who act like they're like your sister or your brother, but they're backstabbers or whatever. You'll have all these people around you, or these types of energies around you, where people aren't seeing what you see, how you see it. Basically, you see everybody as a brother or sister. Not everybody really feels that way about you. People might feel competitive with you, or like they want to take you down or something. I don't care. Like, it's weird. It's like little high school stuff, really. It's nothing really. Or it could be like karmic family stuff and all types of people just doing really weird things with their life force energy, with their light in the spectrum of light. They're not being responsible, basically. And you are to be so focused on love and loving yourself that honestly it knocks these things out. They can't hold you. They're focused on is kind of like that saying, what you eat don't make me it's like what you focus on and what they're focused on is two different things. Don't let people take you off their focus, off your focus on what is worthy of you, of your time and attention. There are things, basically this reading is, this download, this transmission is like, there are things that are worthy of you and there are things that aren't. And it's okay to be discriminative, Notori. Yeah. In my TikTok live today, we were talking about love them and leave them. Like sometimes well, that's more about like I was talking about earlier. You'll be wanting to manifest something. It could be anything. I was talking about how I wanted a new journal the other day, and somebody brought me 2 journals and 2 pens. I let it go. I couldn't find it. I was walking around the streets looking for these bookstores. I found bookstores, but no notebooks. It was strange. But I let it go. And then later that night, they knocked on my door and was like, that guy, no, actually one of my friend girls, Instagrammed me and was like, that guy got you your journal, got you some journals. And love them and leave them. Focus your attention on something and then leave it. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. It is done. The last card that comes out here is Social Shaman Reverse. So like even people that it's like everybody wants to be like you. And you want to be friends with everybody. They want to be like you, but they don't know how to be mature like how you need. They're not capable of showing up in a way that will honor you, basically. And you are to stand your ground in love for yourself, within yourself. And it's not even about them. Don't make your life about anything on the outside of you. Don't make your life about outer personality things. That's something Saint Germain says. Don't make your life about like the outside world. You command the outside world, actually. You command that everything be perfect and opulent in the light of the great I am that is within you, that shines within you. The reason why you're able to walk, talk, live, have your being. You are the walking and talking living God. It's amazing. And so nothing has control or say over your focus, how you feel, what you manifest. But this takes practice. And that's why I have the Patreon with the fairy rest training. The 22nd is starting the fairy daydream training. It's going to come along with the trauma group healing sessions and also the what do I call it, the orgasmic money manifestation. Because after we daydream trained, after a few days, we're going to use those skills to put it towards something for your root chakra. Yay! I actually, when I started doing that, the money visualizations, my inner self was like, thank you for caring about me, because I usually don't just sit around looking at pictures of money and stuff. But I was like, you know what? I'm starting to learn how powerful I am. And that I can have whatever I want. I can manifest whatever I want. All I have to do is look at it. Done. And I'm not going to share here because I don't like pocket watching. And I'm not going to let people pocket watch me. But I will say immediate results within like a few days. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.